All right, so today we're going to talk about a commonly asked question, which is how do I get my Glenelg calendars on my phone? Okay, so I'll walk you through some of the steps that I use to do that. It's pretty simple. One of the important parts is you can go to glenelg.org and you can select the types of things that you want on your calendar. So you notice that I'm right here, I'm logged into glenelg.org, welcome, Mark, and I'm going to go down to calendars. I'm going to go ahead and show the full calendar so it's easier to see. And whenever you're dealing with the calendar, you can apply these filters. So notice right now I'm seeing a whole lot of activity on my calendar. Okay, but I can change that. I can say show filters right here, and I can select just the things that I want. Okay, so let me go down a little bit. All right, and notice I've got these things are in there by default. These are all school activities. And then I've got athletics, community, and roles. And I can choose any of these things. So for example, today, let's say that I wanted to just get the middle school soccer team and the JV field hockey team. Okay, those are sports that I want to keep track of. Under community, I also have my community events, which means that I would get the upper school events, or if I'm also part of the middle school community, I would get those events. Okay. I'm going to uncheck that, and I'm going to uncheck roles for right now. So right now I'm really just interested in having a calendar that has, has my sports teams on there. So it has my sports teams. Okay, I'm going to say apply filter, and you'll notice that the calendar will change. Now the calendar is just going to have all school events, and there you go, there's the field hockey games and the boys soccer games. Okay, so once I've got this calendar looking the way I want to, the key to all of this is going over to this little RSS feeds button. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to feed my calendar into another device or application. So there's a couple choices here. I usually use the bottom one, webcal URL. I think they're pretty similar. I've had the most success with this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab all of that, and I'm going to copy it. Okay, that's the URL of this calendar the way it looks now with my choices there. And then what I would do is I would go to my device, and I would basically add that calendar. So I'll walk you through that a little bit. Hopefully you can see that. I'll use my iPhone as an example. Okay, so at this point I want to take that URL and I want to feed it into my device. Okay, so I know this might be small, but we'll give it a shot here. So I have my iPhone right here. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to settings. Okay, so I'm going to go to settings right there. Settings right there, and I'm going to choose calendars. There's calendars right there. Okay, that's what it looks like. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, and then I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to say add account. So hopefully you can see the add account right there. Okay, it looks like this. Okay, and then I'm going to go down and choose other. It should be down at the bottom. Okay, I choose other. Okay, the screen looks like this. Okay, and then I want to do the subscribed calendar. So down here, under calendars, it says add subscribed calendar. Looks like that. Okay, and here what I'm looking to do is I'm just looking to put the URL in. Okay, and then put a description in and say okay, 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 and if you've logged into glenelg.org to get your RSS feed, you'll also want to put a username and password in at this screen. It'll prompt you next for it. But once you've done that and say OK, you're going to go back out of that and you'll go to calendars. So I'm going to go back into calendars, and up at the top you should see that I'm looking at 5 calendars, but you can change that. Okay, so I'm going to choose calendars up here. And this is how many calendars I have. And down at the bottom you should see something that says the name of the calendar that you chose. And you're just going to check that. And so basically you're saying, please show me that calendar also. And if you do that, say done, and you look at your calendar, you should see those events being fed into your calendar. So I know that might be a little bit small and hard to see, but hopefully that helps.